How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of this series. I want to talk about something that really gets under my skin. I hate it with a fiery passion, and I I hate when games have an IRL time function. Oh my god, I hate it so much. You're trying to play a video game and it goes, "Oh yeah, to make this item, it's going to take 15 in real life time. IRL, it's going to take you 15 IRL actual minutes." Are you are you kidding me? Are you why? Does this require my personal time? It's a video game. So no, I have to stop playing for 15 minutes because I can't progress without it. I have to. Oh, you're actually gonna make me wait to play the game? It completely ruins the rhythm. You get into this rhythm of playing, right? You're in it, you're having fun. The moment it says you need to wait 20 real minutes to progress, that that takes me out of the world you put me in. It's not just that, by the way. I think it's called uh, real time actions. Is that what it's called? It's when you're watching a cutscene and then while you're, being dazzled with what's in front of you, it then goes press the A button to dodge. What? In a cutscene? I was supposed to be safe. I was supposed to be having fun watching this. Those quick time reaction. I think that's what it's called, a quick time reaction. Those moments in the cutscene suck, and it takes me out of the moment you're building. Now, of course, there's some exceptions to this. Like I've played Ninja Storm, Naruto Shippuden Ninja Storm, every single one of them, and they have it in there as well. But there's like a gauge to it. So depending on how good you are, it increases the level of stars that you got in that cutscene. If you get all the stars, you get a little bonus at the end of it. They add a little extra to the cutscene, which makes it kind of nice. And the actual cutscene, I think, still just plays out. I haven't really failed on purpose before, so I don't know what happens if you fail one of those cutscenes. But it still happens. Like it's kind of fun. I would give an exception to that. But an example of, I think it's called Dying Light, at the very end of it, they add that in there just for no reason. It's not in the rest of the game. You nothing nothing's preparing you for that ending. But the final fight is just a cutscene where you have to time the button mashes. I remember another game, Indigo Prophecy, is like this. And that one is, I kind of give it a pass because the whole purpose of that game was to kind of break out of the norm and do things that are not normal within video games. It even says so at the beginning of the game that you're about to experience something different that's what's in different in what's in games. And so the whole objective was to do that. They gave you a forewarning, at least, in the tutorial. And it sets you up. You're mentally prepared for it. And it's kind of the purpose of the game for Indigo Prophecy to be like that. But to just, oh my god, just to add it in randomly, like in Dying Light? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me with that? That's trash. Don't add that in there. Don't add that. And definitely don't add the you have to wait 15 real minutes in order to keep playing the game. Oh, I think that makes me more upset than anything else. And you see that function mostly in apps, right? Like a cooldown time. That's very popular with apps. And I have a couple of games that I love with apps, despite the fact that my phone never seems to have any space in its storage to play those games. But Jesus, to put it in actual games is dumb. Don't do that. Now, another thing that I've seen in trailers and like in a couple of like chat forums, they're going to add what is known as like I think it's called a trip function. I don't know the proper name of it. I know what it is though. I don't know the proper name for it. But they're going to start putting in horror video games where your characters will just start randomly tripping to increase the like intensity of the scene of, how scary it is. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. Don't add that. Please, for the love of God, do not add a trip function to the game where my character is now tripping on nothing. Don't. Seriously, don't. Please. Stop doing things like this. Don't add system functions that makes the game harder. Don't add a real-time wait cooldown. Don't add interacted cutscenes. Seriously, stop. Stop. You're ruining it. It was good as is. Can we please go back to regular cutscenes? Can we please go back to games where nothing is messing with you and you can just play the game normally? Here's another thing I hate. DLCs. For the love of God, stop. If there's extra bonus content that was supposed to be in the game, then let me have it. I buy games because I want the whole thing, not a chunk of the game. And then, of course, there's like, back in the day, you could buy a Nintendo 64 video game, right? And that was the whole video game. And if there was ever any extra bonus content that should have been in there, they just made a whole ass other game. That was the whole idea. But no, you get to have this one little piece. And they're messing with you because, like, for example, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, there's a section where it shows you I think it's 5 portals, which is like their way of saying, hey, by the way, in the future, we're going to release 5 DLCs pretty soon. Hope you're excited. What? So you planned these to be here, but you're going to like sell it to us separately? Why? Just sell us the whole thing. Of course, I get sometimes they come up with these ideas afterwards and they want to keep the game fresh by adding new content. That's one thing. But to actually make a game with the sole purpose of there being DLCs from the very get-go is trash. Put it in the game. I bought the game. I want the whole game. Stop splitting it up into separate pieces for me to then later on buy as part of like a DLC package. Are you serious? And then these DLC packages make the game even more expensive. The game comes out originally as $50, but then you gotta spend another $50 for the rest of the game. So, what, 100? Of course, I'm exaggerating that extra $50. A lot of times it's only about maybe 20 more. But still, $70 for a game? $80 for a game? Are you kidding me? If I buy a game, I want the whole game. And then if you want to keep it fresh, fine. Maybe I'll buy those characters later on. Maybe I'll buy that thing later on. But like, if I'm going to purchase for something that's being added, it better be good. It better be worth my time buying it. Maybe you add a gun that goes, oh yeah, this gun, it makes everything die with one shot. Done. Deal. And one last thing before I end this episode. Maybe I'll leave it for another. I was about to say, I really wish they brought back cheat codes. I was like, should I make a whole episode about this? Nah, I don't have enough thought into this to make a whole other episode. But I really miss cheat codes. I really miss how there was a little cheat code menu for the game. And you'd be like, ooh, I want God mode. And then the game would give you cheat codes to be able to do that. Or they'd have cheat codes to allow you to have little Easter eggs. Those were fun. It kept the game fresh. I really wish video game companies, when they sold you the game, it was the whole game. There was no interactive cutscenes. There was no in real life time that you had to wait. There was no silly little mechanic they added to make the game interesting. Just give me the game, make it simple to follow. Stop experimenting with these mechanics. Stop making interactive cutscenes. Stop making me do 15-minute in real life time. Add back in the cheat code so I can have fun replaying the game again. And if you are going to add DLCs, at least make them worth buying. Not so I can have a different color t-shirt just so my character looks like the Kool-Aid Man. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for joining.